Okay. Next. The first policy is how the NCA itself is depreciated. Okay. Some company will depreciate the assets for full year, no matter when they purchase that asset. For example, my accounting period is from January to December, and I purchased my NCA in July. Logically speaking, during that current year, I only use half year, right? But some company does not want to bother about that. Okay, they will just depreciate it within one full year, even though the actual month we only use it for 6 months. Yeah. So if this policy applied, that means you don't have to calculate or adjust your depreciation using how many months it is. Yeah. But second policy is depreciation is from the date of purchase. If this is applied, that means when you calculate depreciation, you have to times it with how many months it is used. For example, yesterday's topic, okay? Depreciation for the year, for example, yeah, 2,000 per year. With the actual months is only 6 months of use. Okay, if we are using number 1, depreciation is still 2,000 for one full year. But if we are using the second policy of this one, yeah, that means it's 2,000 times 6 over 12 because we only used 6 months. Do you get it? Who's still confused?
Yes.
Okay, I repeat, yeah. I repeat. Okay, now pay attention. Okay, NCA purchased on 1 July 2019. Accounting period from 1 January to 31 December 2019. This is the case, yeah? Cost of the NCA that you purchased is 10,000. Useful life is 5 years. Okay? Now, if you have cost of 10,000, useful life 5 years, no scrap value. So how much the depreciation per year?
1,000.
2,000, yeah? From 10,000 divide by 5. So you have 2,000 per year. Okay? Now, let's talk about this policy, policy number 1. Okay? If policy number 1 stated number 1A is applied, number 1A is applied, yeah? That means depreciation for the year is still 2,000. Yeah, why is it still 2,000? Because it said full year depreciation is applied. So no matter when did you purchase that NCA, it will be depreciated for one full year. Even though the actual month that you hold that NCA is only from July to December, which is 6 months kan? Actualnya ya. Yeah. But if this policy is applied, policy 1A, then it doesn't matter. You don't have to adjust it into 6 months only. Clear? Now, If policy 1B is applied, if 1B is applied, it said depreciation is from the date of purchase. The date of purchase is 1 July. And depreciation is calculated at the end of accounting period. So 1 July to 31 December, only 6 months. So if 1B is applied, depreciation will be 2,000 times 6 over 12. So it is now become 1,000. Clear, yeah? Now it is
Miss,
very,
they don't always buy like perfectly in the middle of the year. Like, what if they buy in a different month? That's not July.
if it is not July, then you adjust. If it is, let's say, June, if NCA bought in 1 June 2019, that means 2000 times 7 over 12, because June to December is 7 months. Yeah. Meanwhile, 2000 is for 12 months. Clear, yeah? If you purchase it in March, it means 10 over 12. Do you get it? Yeah. Any question?
Oh, wait, Miss, why is it 10 over 12 again?
For March, if you purchase on March, it means January and February is not calculated, right?
Yeah.
You start from March.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so 12 minus 2 can 10 months. Or March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 10, yeah? Okay. Can I continue? Clear, yeah? Okay, that's the first policy. Now the second policy, no depreciation in the year of disposal, and depreciation is applied in the year of disposal. Okay. Now the second policy, we only used number A. Number 2B, it's not going to be learned in your level. It's for university. Yeah. But you still need to know about this, because the policy will always come in the pair of number 1 and number 2. It's either number 1A and 2A, or number 1B and 2A. Okay. So you need to pay attention on the policy. It will always be there. Okay. Now, what is actually no depreciation in the year of disposal? Okay. Let's see. For example, I have, let's say I have an asset for this one, yeah? Useful life is 5 years, okay? Let's say I sold this asset in the 3rd year, okay? In the middle of 3rd year. Now, remember we have to calculate NBV, right? We have to calculate NBV of the disposed NCA. Now, the disposed NCA have cost and accumulated depreciation also. Now, if we sold it in the 3rd year, it means we don't have to calculate depreciations in the 3rd year, because the policy said no depreciation in the year of disposal. If you are disposing it in the 3rd year, depreciation of the 3rd year is not calculated. Okay, even though in the 3rd year you already use it for, let's say, 6 months. Yeah, logically you consume it already for 6 months. When you consume it, you have to calculate the depreciation. But since the policy appear no depreciation in the year of disposal, so we ignore the usage of the 6 months in the 3rd year. Do you get it? Bingung nggak? Okay. Okay. So I have cost for 10,000. useful life, for 5 years. Now, we know that depreciation is 2,000, yeah, per year. We agree on that, right? Now, what if it is disposed in the 3rd year? Okay, let's say it is purchased in 1 January, bought in 1 January 2019, yeah? Disposed in the 3rd year, let's say 30 June 2020. Oh, jangan. 2019, 2020, 2021 ya. Okay. This is the case. Okay. Now, logically speaking, if we are trying to calculate how much or how many months we use this asset, first year of 2019, we use it for full 1 year. Agree, yeah? Because 2019 start from January. At the end of 2019, it's full year, 12 months, right? It is used for full 2019. In 2020, used for another 1 year, right? And in 2021, you sold it 30 June 2021. It means it is only used for 6 months until it is sold. Do you get it? Get it, yeah? And then, if the policy number 2A appears, yeah, policy 2A, that stated no depreciation in the year of disposal. Which one is the year of disposal? 2021. Okay. Now, no depreciation in the year of disposal. And this usage time, when we're supposed to calculate how much the depreciation is, will be ignored. Yeah. We will not going to calculate the 6 months that we used that asset. It's going to be ignored. So what you need to find out is depreciation that has been done in the previous 2 years, in the last 2 years. Clear? Siapa yang masih bingung?
Miss, can you give us an example? The one you said just now. You have to calculate the depreciation for the past 2 years.
2 policies or just the second policy?
Just this one.
Just this one. Ini example-nya ya. Again, I'm using the previous example. We bought an asset in 1 January 2019. Ya. Purchasing price-nya 10,000 Jays. Useful life is 5 years. So logically speaking, depreciation for the year is 2,000, right? From 10,000 divided by 5. Agree, yeah? Agree, yeah? Okay, next. It is said that the asset will be disposed in the 3rd year. Okay, in the 3rd year, dated June 30, 2020. Okay, now you have to calculate profit or loss, let's say. Okay, now when we are calculating profit or loss, you need the cost of the asset that is disposed. We have it already, this one, yeah. Second of all, we need accumulated depreciations of the disposed NCA. Again, what is accumulated depreciation? Total depreciation that you have made or that you perform to that asset. If we are purchasing it in 2019, okay, and you disposed it in 2021, it means the asset lasts for 2.5 years. Agree? 2019, 1 year usage. 2020, 1 year usage. You already did it for 2 years already. And in 2021, you only use it for 6 months from 1 January to 30 June. So total usage is 2.5 years. With the half years is over here. Yeah. This one is the 6 months. Clear, yeah? 2.5 years. But if you see this policy is applied in the question that says no depreciation in the year of disposal, how would you calculate the accumulated? Normally, we calculate the accumulated for 2.5 years because that is the year that you use it, 2.5 years. But since the policy here applied, so the year of disposal is the third year, which is 2021. So that 6 months will not be calculated. It will be ignored. So the first year depreciation is 2,000, right? The second year depreciation is also 2,000 for full 1 year. And the last one is 1,000. So in total, supposedly we have 5,000 of accumulated. But since policy number 2A is applied, so we only calculate for these two. Ini nggak dikalkulate. So the accumulated only for 4,000. Clear?
Clear.
Okay. Next. Okay, continue, yeah? So pay attention on the policy because if you mistakenly ignore this policy, your calculation will be ruin everything. Yeah, so pay attention on the policy. It will always be there, okay? Now, how to post all the transactions into ledger? Last one, the account, okay? NCA will always come with two basic account. This is the first one, the basic one, and this is the second one, okay? The third one appears if there is disposal. Appear if disposal occur. Yeah, if there is no disposal happen, then disposal account will not be there. Okay, it's not exist. Okay, so non-current assets account. How to do non-current asset account? This will always be stated at cost. Yeah, so balance BD, you know balance BD, yeah? Since any asset, so balance BD will be in the debit side, okay? Now, cash bank and trade payables stands for purchasing new. Purchase new NCA. Okay, now disposal is representing disposed old NCA. Yeah, so non-current assets T account will always be affected if these two transactions happening. Either you are purchasing new NCA or you are selling old NCA. Only that. Yeah, and all of them will be recorded at cost. Okay, I'm going to write again over here that NCA account will only affected by purchasing new NCA or disposing old NCA. It will always record at cost. There. Keynote. Yeah. So if you have depreciation, do you need to put it in the non-current assets? No. Okay, remember, NCA account only affected by purchasing new NCA and disposing old NCA. And both of them will be recorded at cost, not at NBV, not at depreciations, but at cost. So you have to remember how much the cost. Okay, do not mistakenly put it. Because students' common mistakes, they mix between non-current assets and depreciation. They tend to do that. Yeah, so be careful, yeah? Second, accumulated depreciation of non-current assets. This one have a balance in the credit side, okay? Now, accumulated depreciation act as the deduction to the initial cost, yeah? Remember how to calculate NBV, cost minus accumulated. Now that accumulated have a normal balance in the credit side, okay? So if you have balance that is brought down from last year, it will be showed over here. Don't worry, I will explain to you with example, yeah? But you need to know the template first. Second, non-current accumulated of non-current assets will be increased if there is another depreciation that is applied in that year. Remember, yeah? Because the name of accumulated depreciation is the total depreciations that you have made. So every time depreciation is applied, it will adding the accumulated, yeah? Logic. So it will adding in the credit side. And the detail will be IS. Why is it IS? Back to our journal entry, accumulated increase in the credit side, and the debit side will be the income statement over here, yeah? That is why the detail over here is IS. Next, accumulated depreciation will be decreased if there is a disposal. Now, the disposal that is stated inside the accumulated depreciation account is the accumulated of the disposed asset. So, if I go back to our example over here, the cost of 10,000, yeah, this is the cost of disposed asset. Accumulated of 4,000 is the accumulated of disposed asset. Can you see the difference? Yeah, again, in this example, the cost of the disposed asset is 10,000. The accumulated depreciation of the disposed asset is 4,000. Yeah, so this disposal will stand as the 10,000 itself from the example, and the disposal here in the accumulated is the 4,000. Do you understand? Okay. Don't worry. Just please memorize this, the account, yeah? Next, at the end, you have to calculate balance CD. And apologize ya, ini harusnya ke sini, ini harusnya ke sana. Okay. So, then balance BD will be brought down to the next accounting period. It goes to this as usual. Yeah. Now, disposal account. Meanwhile,
Miss, so
yeah,
basically at cost is the selling price.
cost is not the selling price. The selling price
For
will
the
be
disposal.
in the disposal account. It's the cost.
The disposed NCA at cost.
At cost. So purchasing price before when you purchase that asset.
So it'll just be the same price as a new one.
Same price as the new one. What do you mean?
Because no depreciation, right?
No,
So the same as when you bought it.
sorry, gimana Kim?
It becomes the same price as when you bought it.
The same price when you bought it? Or if you bought 10,000 and then after 3 years you bought a new one with the same price, 10,000, that means yes, it's the same. But usually it's going to be different.
Oh, they'll tell you, like in the.
Definitely, everything will be explained. Everything will be given except depreciation amount and accumulated.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's the one that you need to calculate. Now, so for this one, for number 2, yeah, accumulated depreciation account will only affected by depreciation for the year and this accumulated depreciation of the disposed NCA. There. Yeah. So if there is a purchasing new, the cost will not be here. Sorry, I have a call. Okay, now next, disposal. Disposal account only appears whenever there is a disposal, yeah? So if you have a disposal transactions, you will find 5 information. Okay, the first one is the NCA, the cost of the NCA, and then accumulated of the disposed NCA, trade receivables. Oh, sorry, 4, yeah? And then the second one is the profit or the loss. Okay, how to calculate profit and loss? Again, over here, profit and loss will be calculated by proceeds minus NBV, and NBV here is cost minus accumulated. Okay, now you have the cost, yes. You have accumulated depreciation, yes. Usually you have to find it out first. It's not going to be given in the question. Yeah, you have to calculate that. And cash bank trade receivables is representing proceeds. Because when you sold your NCA, you might receive it in cash. You might receive check, so cash, check, or you might have a postponed payment. So you have trade receivable. Yeah. So this representing the proceeds. That proceeds is only appear in disposal account. It will never going to appear in the NCA or accumulated depreciation. So students' common mistakes sometimes put these proceeds inside NCA. So please be careful. Yeah. Again, proceeds is the selling price of the old NCA, and it will only appear in the disposal account. Yeah. Now, next. Oh, by the way, I record this meeting so that you can recall again, yeah, whenever you want, okay? So this is the proceeds, this is the accumulated, this is the cost, and then the difference will become your profit or your loss, okay? It will never going to be appear in both sides. It's always be in one side. Either you have a loss or you have a profit, okay? Now, that's it. Now you can feel the difficulties come, yeah, by this topic, yeah. Don't worry, I shared already with you. I only have 4 minutes, yeah. So I did give you this work example that I'm going to discuss with you tomorrow. Is it? Kita tomorrow ada nggak?
No.
Nggak. Kapan adanya? Thursday?
Friday.
Friday is holiday. Oh, masih lama berarti. Friday is holiday. So, so I have, okay, I will, since, let me stop it.